877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
And welcome to the special edition of Phil's Gang. The stock market is in a full crash. Down 1,700 points. 1,700 points. I told you this was going to happen. How many times every day I said to you, this is nuts. I said yesterday, this is nuts. How can Starbucks be up 36%? How could it be? How could Ford be up 48%? Now these are our profits. Profits do we have. Airlines, the ETF, up 22%. And just take individual airlines. Do you know our Southwest airline, symbol LUV, we have a 42% profit? I said to you, this is nuts. It's all fake. I told you, we had this rally, went up 42% in 50 days, and companies aren't making money. Earnings, profits are declining. This is all fake. But I said to you, let's make money. Let's just get on this horse and make money, because guess what? My members are going to be in a position to make money when this market breaks. How many times have you heard I say that? I said, is your broker calling you today? Is he getting you ready to make money on the way down? Or are you calling your broker right now and saying, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And what are you going to hear from your broker today when you call him? What do you think he's going to say to you? Let me give you an example. What he's going to say.
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. Don't pay attention to your portfolio every day. Have a good, sound plan so you can go on and enjoy life. Yeah,
well, I would tell him what to do with that plan. The plan is to always be in the position to take profits. Remember the other day I said, and it was yesterday, I said, do you understand what's going on here? We have not seen the retail customer in the last 10 years. They've been buying bonds. In the last week, we've never seen so many retail customers coming into the stock market after it's up 450%. And in this last correction we had in February, the market ran up 42% in 50 days. And they're getting in right at the top. Remember I said this yesterday? I said they're going to get slaughtered. I said, I'll sell them my stock. I said, I'll sell you my McDonald's. We're up 24%. You can have mine. I'll sell you my Starbucks. We're up 36%. You can have mine. Remember me saying this? You can have my Netflix. We're up 24%. I'll sell you my stocks. I'll sell you my Ford. We're up 48%. I'll sell you my Alaskan airline. Up 76%. I'll sell you my stock. Remember me saying that? The thing is, you need to know when this market's going to collapse, you're going to be able to ride it all the way back down with the same ease that you made the money on the way up. If you're with me and you made 76% on Alaskan Airline, or Love, Southwest Airlines 42%, or how about Hovanian the Builder? Hovanian Builder, we're up 101%. What are you, nuts? That's crazy. This whole thing was such a big phony, and they pulled this phony deal together. The Federal Reserve pushed it together with our friend Larry Kudlow, who's in charge of the program They keep moving these stocks up. They're called the plunger team. Oh, did you hear what he said today? Oh, listen, this is typical Larry today. Listen to what he said. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
But I do want to say, with this market this morning, that the trends are pointing upward.
The trends are pointing. He wouldn't know a trend from a baseball. Trends are pointing upward. No, let me tell you what was pointing upward. And he's talking about, that's what he's talking about, the jobs numbers.
I mean, really, the PPP, I think, led directly to the surprising, wonderful jobs number.
What wonderful jobs number? The BLS, I told you the first day. I was the only one that talked about it going into the weekend, and no one else did. I said, what wonderful job? It's a fudge. It's all fudge. It's all lies. And they finally admitted that they took the April numbers of unemployed. There was 7.5 million people that should have been unemployed, and they didn't put them as unemployed. They put them as employed. That was in April. May, there was another 4.5 million people that should have been listed as unemployed. No, they listed them as employed. Remember I told you? I said, what is going on with this job numbers? I said, anybody listening to what they're saying? They're saying that we had this job numbers of, I think it was like 545,000 jobs. And they said the number is 2.5 million. I said, to believe that, they're asking us to believe that, we have to believe the 2.5 million jobs, we have to believe what they're telling us, that in April, 545,000 businesses closed. The ones that didn't close, they came rushing in with the PPP program to try to help them pay the payroll. But they also said at the same time we lost the 545,000 jobs in April, you had to believe, if you believed in the 2.5 million jobs, you had to believe at the same exact time they closed down 545,000 jobs, that 345,000 new businesses opened. So let's say this again. So we had to believe, when they told us that 545,000 businesses closed in April, we had to believe at the same exact time, when they brought the PPP program in to help those companies who didn't close to survive, right, to pay their payroll. At the same time, they lost those businesses. Those businesses closed. They opened up at the exact same time 345,000 businesses. At the same time, 545,000 businesses closed. I said, are you nuts? Then they said, you have to believe, that was April. In May, you had to believe that 60% of the 545,000 businesses that closed in April, 60% of them opened in May, 4 weeks later. And then you had to believe that they made a mistake, that they counted 4.5 million people as employed when they weren't, and another 7.5 million people employed and they weren't. This rally, I told you, was nothing more than this big pumped up fake reality off a fake narrative, this job numbers. And everybody went nuts. And I said to my members, the same day when that market went up, over 1,000 points, I said, sell into the rally. Because we were already in these stocks. We were already in Ralph Lauren. We're already in Disney. We're already in Alaskan Airline and name a Citi and Visa and Boeing. We're already in them. I said, the important thing is that any dope can get in and make money on the way up. But the key is, when something like this happens today, that you're going to make money on the way down. Now, there's some people that are bailing out right now in some stocks you shouldn't be. That's right, you shouldn't be. There's other stocks you should be bailing out. But you don't know which one, because you don't have a chart that tells you that. Instead, you're listening to these guys when you call them today. Right here.
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. Don't pay attention to your portfolio every day. Have a good, sound plan so you can go on and enjoy life.
That's what you're listening to. We'll be right back with a lot more. Market's down 1,700 points.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1-900-020.
Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis in investing, the Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 stock charts seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang Max Best 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Now, I told everybody, my gang members last Friday, I said, let's sell into this rally. Because the rally, I said, it can't hold because we haven't got the banks. You got to have the banks leading. The last 4 corrections, each time it corrected, the banks were not leading. The FANG stocks were leading. Everybody jumps into the FANG stocks, and they also jump into Microsoft and Apple. We own them. We're in Apple. We're up 30%. Microsoft, we're up 24%. And I said the other day, and I told you when all the retail customers starting to come in for the first time, they've been out of the market for years, and say, hey, I'll sell you some of my Microsoft. Want something? You can have some of mine. It's crazy. They're coming in after the fact. But you got to understand what was going on. This whole deal with the job numbers last Friday was a joke. It made no sense. The numbers didn't make any sense. A couple of days later, the BLS admitted their mistake or their fudging, called the birth-death metric system. But let's get to what's going on today and what you do. If you were a gang member, I already had you taking profits before today. Now what we're doing, we're waiting for our stocks right now, okay, where the color code is now changing red. And we're watching the banks. And if you go to my site right now, philsgang.com, if you have a mobile device, and you can see right here, it just turned red. Now, that doesn't mean you just start shorting, but here's the beautiful thing. My members don't have to worry. My members know if they're up in any stock, McDonald's 24% or Starbucks 38% or Caterpillar 20%, they know with the same ease that we made that money on the way up, they're going to make that money on the way down, which you can't do with your 401k. The phones have to be ringing off the hook. People are panicked today. Imagine we're down 1,700 points. That's incredible. But it's no surprise. It wasn't a surprise to us. So what you have to do now, what we're doing with our members, on the spiders, there's a critical point. It's called the 200-day moving average. And I told everybody yesterday, I said, here's what's going to happen. I said, this market's not going to go up anymore because what we call the 50% rule. I said, the market's going to start consolidating. I told them to be about a 5 or 6% consolidation, meaning from the high where the S&P went up to around 323 to around 300. Okay, around 300. And we're at 300 now. So that's about a 5, 6% where they're going to try to, right in that area, hold it right there. The Federal Reserve is going to come and do everything to hold it right there and consolidate in about a 6% range for the next couple weeks. Then they're going to try to do everything to make sure it doesn't go any lower, okay, then I mean, no way do they want it to break this 300. And you're going to see them in here today doing everything to hold it. And then there's another place where it should hold, and it's right around 293. So we're watching both those critical points, but we got all our members set to go that if they break either one of those, then our color code is red, and we'll have them shorting, and they'll be making beautiful money on the way down, just like they did on the way up. But the difference, the stock market will go down 10 times faster. So there's no panic. We all knew this was going to happen. And here's the thing, what most people don't understand. We're in a political season, and I love it when all the parties, the two parties, Democrats and Republicans, get together, fight with each other, they blame each other over the economy. How stupid they both are. You should be blaming, as I always do, the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is so stupid. Yesterday, Powell, let me tell you why this market's going down today. It has nothing to do with the virus. Nothing. Don't believe that. Don't believe this virus narrative again. Powell yesterday stunned everybody and came out and said, I'm not going to raise rates until 2022. Do you know what that means? When he says he's not going to raise rates, he's admitting that this economy is in a very dangerous way. Not to raise rates. You can't equate not raising rates with a good economy. No, raising rates, you have a good economy. So panic was set right in. The big institutions were ready to start pulling their money out. And you look right now, if you go to my site, philsgang.com, and see how it turned red on our color-coded chart, and it's right at a critical support area. If it breaks that support, and I told my members again today, if it breaks that support, but let me tell you, if this market breaks, whoa, this thing going to go down fast. And I pointed all that out. So we're set to go. But what you don't understand is this. The Federal Reserve needs to be shut down. People vote their wallet. And instead of blaming this lousy economy on the political parties, they need to blame it on the Federal Reserve. This private banking cartel of very, very wealthy people. It's private. This is a private banking cartel. Nothing to do with the government. It's no more federal than the Federal Express. And this private banking cartel is responsible for the economy. It's responsible for the destruction of the dollar. Its purchasing power. It's been destroyed, all this printing of money. It's responsible for our historic national debt. We're at what, 26 trillion right now? We're going up in the last 2 months, we're going up $1 trillion a month. Are you nuts? And you think this market's not going to crash? Sure, we jumped into these stocks on the way up because there was green. Enough money was coming in. We're following the institutions, but we knew it wasn't going to last. And now it just turned red. And everybody's comfortable. All our members are comfortable right now. There's no panic. We'll catch this thing. Now, think of what has happened here. The Federal Reserve is responsible for our out-of-control national debt. They're responsible for inflation, which they're lying about, saying there's no inflation. Inflation is 2% when it's double-digit. They're responsible for the massive budget and trade deficits. This is why the market's going down. Remember, the Federal Reserve was created by a group of wealthy people. It's a club. They created this bank for the banks to help each other, to loan money to their friends, to each other. They're doing that now. And you don't think this market's going to go down? You got to be prepared for it. And that's why you have to be a gang member, free for 10 days. And I'll convince you. You convince yourself.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. The fastest drop in history, 3,000 points in 3 days. Wow, but we are right there with my color-coded chart. How many times did you say, listening to me, boy, he's negative, he's just a grumpy old man? And I kept telling you this would happen. And with my color-coded chart, it worked. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com, where you get the color-coded chart and you get my membership free for 10 days. And the best thing is this, that you can, without any work at all, at 2 o'clock, go to my site. We have a video posted of our portfolio stocks. Just select which one you want to follow. Every day, we tell you exactly what to do based on the color-coded chart. If you just follow those instructions to a T, then you're going to have the highest probability of being successful. Check it out, philsgang.com. Get it free for 10 days, the membership and the color-coded charts. See you on the charts.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
So our members right now, with the same ease that we went up on XLE, okay, we're up 23%. Now we're getting prepared to make money when it starts collapsing. Turned red today, but that's not enough. That's just one day. And our indicator has to break through 68. Now, you don't even know what I'm talking about, but if you look on my chart, you could see it. So it doesn't matter which stock. We take another stock, we're up, XOP up 51%. 51% in XOP, another oil stock. Turned red today, but it's not yet ready to sell short. But we took profits. Not yet. We have one more indicator. You have to have two indicators that match. When the indicators both match, the color and then another indicator, it's like a cross check. And then it's telling you the institutions, they're selling enough of it so that it will drop. If they're not selling enough of it, it means it's a high probability it won't drop. But the point is, every stock we're in, doesn't matter. Take our Valero. Valero, we are up 34% in Valero. That's dropped. It's just turned red today, but it's not enough to short it because our other indicator has not broke below 68. They have to break this little indicator we have. They match them. They have to break. Have to be below that 68. Right now, another stock, we're up big time, MRO. We already took profits on these last Friday. Been taking profits all week. MRO, we're up 60%. But right now, we haven't broken at 68%. So it's red, but it's got to be 68%. Right now, it's 74. When it goes to 68, we break it. But here's the thing. You haven't got to watch it. Every day at 2 o'clock, Steve, who is in charge of our educational program, sits with his group, his team, and then makes decisions what you should be doing with these stocks. Here, listen. And then he posts it. So you get a posting on every one of the stocks in the member portfolio. Every one of them tells you exactly what to do. How could you go wrong? You can't.
IWM, we're going to just put on a scout for a short here. You see how we're right down here at the bottom, but we're still up over 80%, so we're not going to go heavy yet.
So somebody call you today and tell you what to do with your stock like he is? No, nobody's telling you to do that. Matter of fact, you call some of your brokerage houses, they're going to tell you this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
Yeah, you're not included, sorry. But understand what's going on here. This is not the virus. It's not the virus. It's Powell making that decision yesterday that he's not going to raise rates until 2022. That sent a message to the big institutions that the economy is so bad. And then the other day, remember I told you he made another announcement that the banks, no more. The banks have to set money aside for bad loans. That tells you the banking system is bankrupt. Remember I already told you, they already put in what they call robo. Think of it as, for the banks, a pawn shop. They set up a pawn shop for the biggest banks so they can sell stuff to the Federal Reserve so they can get cash and keep operating. And our charts all start to turn red. And when those numbers match the red color and our 68% match, my members with the same ease will be selling it short. No panic, not worried. Now, what they did is this. They've been keeping these rates too low for too long, for 14 years. We don't need a Federal Reserve. Do you know when we didn't have a Federal Reserve in this country, our growth without a Federal Reserve was always between 6% and 8%? What happened? We got a Federal Reserve, a bunch of gangsters, a private banking a cartel. And their job is to what? To screw the government and screw Main Street. Remember what the Federal Reserve is about. These are the wealthiest people in our country who got together and formed the bank. And their whole goal was to take money from Main Street, to get Main Street to have no money, have credit, so they can turn them into debt slaves. Remember that. To destroy the value of the dollar, to drain the wealth from Main Street over years and years and years, so they replaced money liquid with credit to make Main Street a debt slave so that this small group of elitists can make a fortune. They did the same thing with Congress. This Federal Reserve, which is not federal, no more federal than Federal Express. They did the same thing to Congress. Now, our Congress, our governments perpetually, they keep expanding their debt every day. They have to keep selling treasuries to get cash, selling treasuries. The Federal Reserve was set up to destroy our government, destroy Main Street, so they could make money. So yesterday he says, no more, we're not going to raise rates until 2022. What a message that was. And our color-coded charts started to show us institutions were pulling out. Think what they did. They started to drop interest rates so the CEOs would start increasing their stock buybacks again. Can you imagine? This is what they did the other day. And what he said is, we're not going to raise rates, so now the CEOs are going to start doing stock buybacks again. What, are you nuts? That's the last thing you read right now. Here, listen.
I would think, over the next several months, we'll be looking at bringing the buyback.
What they're saying is, they know the economy's so bad, the only way they can get their stock prices up is through stock buybacks. Is to print money, give it to the CEO, and he's going to take that money, and he's going to buy his own shares down to move the price up. Well, wait a minute. Isn't that money supposed to go to capital investment? Isn't that supposed to go to new machinery, new equipment? So the worker can produce more, so the worker can get a higher pay, so the worker can spend more, spending 72% of our economic growth. Shouldn't it be he gets a higher pay so he can save, and with that savings, the banks can loan to startup companies, which is 80% is the backbone of our country. They provide 80% of the new jobs. No, they don't care. See, the people that control the Federal Reserve don't care. They just want to make money. So you got the 1 percentile, the top 1%, and the 1/100th of 1% are making all the money in this country. And all you got to do is follow them on the stock market. Right here, look, there's my chart. Look at it. There's my chart. That's why I tell you, for 10 days, I give it to you free. 10 days, you get it free. You get a membership and the chart for 10 days free. You will see. I'm not going to sell you. You'll sell yourself. Look how they just turned red today. But now you need that one confirmation. Example, if you're going to short MRO, Marathon Oil, we're at 74%. We got to wait now till it's at 68%. So it turned red, and when that 68% matches up, bang, our members know to start making money selling it short. None of you who are listening to me don't even know what I'm talking about. None of you ever sell a stock short. Think of it this way here. It's like you're going out and buying a car, and you said to the guy, I want to buy a car that has no reverse, just forward. He'd laugh at you. What's the same thing with the stock market? These gangsters that control the Federal Reserve and yesterday who are telling us, not only are they not going to raise rates, they're telling us the banks don't even have to put money aside for bad loans. Think about that. If you own a business, don't you have to have money set aside for the rainy day? That means the banks are in such trouble. Such trouble. And you think the market's going to keep going up? I've been telling you it's not going to. I don't know if you listened. Now let me tell you something else. By keeping rates too low for 14 years, what does that do? First of all, that's called profits without prosperity. It pushes stocks up when you have no profits. Foreign investors get screwed. When you keep rates too low for too long, it hurts our foreign investors who already are stuck with negative yields in Europe. Are you kidding? And those foreign investors make up a quarter of our stock market. Our stock market is 27 trillion in size. They're 6 trillion of the 27 trillion. That's killing them. That's another reason why the market's down today. It has nothing to do with the virus. Are you kidding? QE, zero interest rates. Who benefits from those? Do you? No. You can't even get a good job because of zero rates. You can't even save money because of zero rates. They screwed every retiree with zero rates. Join my gang right now, free, for 10 days. Get my chart, follow us for 10 days, and you'll convince yourself this is the way to go.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. How many times did you say, boy, he's negative about the stock market. He's just a grumpy old man. Well, it proved out I was correct. Myself and my chart, color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell. Hey, it's free for 10 days. Check it out. You get the color-coded chart and you get my membership. Both free for 10 days. This time, you're not going to be surprised when the market crashes. You will be positioned perfectly. Check it out, philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Listen to this, what Powell said yesterday.
So as we look ahead, we see that the path ahead for the economy is highly uncertain.
So yesterday he says the path for the economy is highly uncertain. Do you really think that's good news? Now, most people thought, wow, that means they're going to keep printing money and keep pushing the stock market. Because every time there's bad news, that's what they did. They give you bad news and the market go higher. And they didn't have to. And when the stock market went higher, and your specific stock, it had no profits. Matter of fact, some companies were filing bankruptcy. Hertz filed bankruptcy and the stock went up 100%. So this is what they rely on. But something happened yesterday that was different. And my members, I've been telling them all week. I told them last Friday to take profits because every Friday's profit taking. And I said the same thing yesterday. That this market, it's going to stop going up because of the 50% rule. And everybody knows in my gang, we have our 50% rule. Now they know I was right. I said, these stocks are at their 50% rule. Start taking profits. And with all these new people are jumping back into the stock market, don't know what they're doing. The retail customers have been out of the market for years, and then this last week they see the market going up, and they can't stand it anymore. Now they're buying stocks at the all-time high. Can you imagine? And I said to them, let's sell them our stocks. Let's sell them some of our MRO. We're up 60%. We'll sell them some of our Valero. We're up 34%. Let's sell them some of our GLD and our GDX and the rest of them. McDonald's, we're up 24%. We'll sell them some of ours. Because they have no idea what they're doing. But he came out yesterday and he said, Powell, his narrative was the economy going forward is so uncertain. So you knew that because the banks were not leading, and I told my members this all the time, this market cannot hold this rep. I told you on the air, you can't have the FANG stocks leading. Every last 4 corrections, the market corrected because the banks weren't leading. You got the FANG stocks leading. It doesn't work. So all you have to do if you're a member of mine is just listen to what we tell you. We tell you when to buy, when to add to your position, when not to add to your position, when to take profits off, and when to run like hell, and the best, when to change your position so when these stocks start dropping, we'll make money all the way back down. Because I said this market is going, you heard me say this market is going to test the March lows. This last 52% rally, 42% rally is a joke. I remember I said they're nuts. They're nuts. It's not going to work. So all our stocks right now, I'm looking at them. Do we have all these profits? We took a lot of the profits, and we're just waiting now for our sell signals to start selling them short. So we'll move our members, okay, smoothly from these long positions to short positions so they make even more money on the way down. But quantitative easing, think what they're saying, the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is going to keep printing money. And they lie. And remember what they said in 2008, the same narrative they've been saying in 2020. Oh, this is good, they say. This is good. That zero interest rates means the Federal Reserve will keep printing money, to keep purchasing treasuries, to keep rates low. And the benefits from that, lower rates will increase economic GDP growth. And every time you listen to Larry Kudlow, what's he say? Well, we're going to 4 to 5%, 4 to 5%. That's all Larry ever says, right? What a dope. But people are convinced. They're convinced by Larry Kudlow. They're convinced when they look at Maria Bartiromo. They're convinced on Fox Business. They're convinced when they listen to Rocket Man here, Payne, right? The rocket ship.
Our economy is surging along. It's surging.
It was never surging. It was never surging. Go look at the numbers. It was declining. But again, they're trying to sell you the idea that this zero interest rates, this quantitative easing, is a good thing. This printing of money is a good thing, that you get so many benefits out of it. Lower rates is a big benefit, they're telling you. And because of lower rates, the economy is going to grow to 4 to 5%. We haven't been above 3% since 1955. No, we haven't. And here's the problem. It means when you keep lowering rates like this, it means the Congress will keep spending. That's the last thing you want. They'll keep spending. And then they lie to us and say, with rates so low, we're going to have all this extra money because now instead of paying $450 billion a year on our interest, our national debt and interest, we're going to pay $375. This extra money, they told us, they're going to use it for investment. They're going to put it in renewable energy, infrastructure, education, all lies. You know what they use the money for? Stock buybacks. They loan the money to banks. The banks takes that money and loan it to CEOs who buy their own shares back to try to push the market up. But it's not working anymore, is it? So the fake Business News Network, they come out and say, hey, companies, you can go borrow money at these low rates now. Hire more workers. This is what they told us. They said, now that the fake Business News Network came out and they said, you know what they're going to do with these zero rates now? Companies can borrow money at real low rates at zero. Now they're going to hire more workers, and they're going to invest in capital investment. They're going to buy new machinery, new equipment, so our labor force can produce more. So their wages will go up. And when their wages go up, they're going to spend more. And spending is 72% of our economic growth. Isn't this going to be wonderful? And they're going to save more. They're going to save more. This is a good thing interest rates are at zero. They're going to save more. And from that savings, we can have more startup business. All a lie. None of it ever happened. There's no business investment. It never happened. The CEOs took the money instead of buying machinery and equipment and new IT spending. They took that money, and what they do? They bought their own shares to more stock buybacks. They won. The biggest shareholders won, but not Main Street, not the workers. It's unbelievable. Told us they're going to invest in renewable energy. No, they didn't. They didn't invest in infrastructure. We got the same lousy bridges, same roads. They said they're going to invest in education. No, they didn't. They didn't invest in any of that. You know what they did? Obama invested in expanding his welfare state. So what do we do? Just keep following what we tell you to do. Join my gang for 10, it's free for 10 days, for God's sakes. So you got 10 days. So think of it as you got 2 weeks where the market is up and running. And you can see it works. You can see it works. So that any stock you're in right now, any stock that my members are in, they're feeling comfortable because they already took profits. Let's take our Nike. Nike, they already took profits. Nike pulled back today. It's red, but it's at 87%. It's got to meet up with 68%. So when it's red and it's 68%, that's the sell signal. We tell them to sell it short. So we got a lot of stocks that aren't there yet, but they will be. But what we got to watch is we got to make sure the S&P has to break for this market to collapse. So this is not a one-day deal. If the S&P breaks 300, if the S&P breaks 300 and if they break 300 and then they break 293, it's over. This market's going to go back to the lows we had in March. And you know what kind of money you can make on the way down? Much more than on the way up. So join my gang. All I ask for 10 days, I'll give it to you free, the chart, the membership. And then when you do start making money, please remember St. Jude. That's all. Look, we're in these, I mean, this is unbelievable what's going on. People don't understand. Today when they came out and they said that it was this virus, had nothing to do with the virus. Nothing to do with the virus. That was to mask what was going on. His Powell's speech admitting we're not going to raise rates to 2022. To a professional like me, he's telling me the economy is much worse than he's been telling us. The other day when he said we're telling the banks they don't have to put any set aside for bad loans. That tells me that's a Hail Mary pass. That tells me the banks are broke. And I've been telling you that since 2009. They've been broke. They've been propped up. So we got a tremendous opportunity, my members do, to make money on the way down. But we got to get past this. One more test. We got to get past the S&P. It's got to break 300, and it's got to line up with our 68%. And then they're going to make more money on the way down than they did on the way up. So you got time to join. For 10 days, it's free, and watch us how we do this. And this is a perfect time for you to join the gang because you'll see how it works. You'll see how the color-coded chart is always right. You'll see it works. When somebody doesn't make money, it's because they're not listening. They're not listening. We tell them what to do every day. We post it at 2 o'clock Eastern, and they don't listen to what we tell them. It's the only way you can't make money, if you just don't listen to us. So you got 10 days to listen. Check it out now. I mean, what an opportunity you got. This is unbelievable. Remember, stocks go down 10 times faster than they go up. See you on the charts. Join the gang.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.